chief guest this morning, respected director sir, guest of honor for this inaugural function, Dr. V. Gopal sir. Technology is very, very important in every sphere of human life now. We cannot say that we don't want technology or we don't want to harness the technology. It's not possible. We have to be part of we had such courses in the past also, but when we talk of technology in prisons, we only think from the security point of view. In the sense, we will be talking about luggage scanners or surveillance. Gate administration, factories administration, everywhere, medical administration. Not just, we always think when we say technology, we only think from the point of view of security. We are very smart, and Indians are very smart. We can see the global CEOs of Google, Microsoft, or Adobe. We all see Indians. Even there is this pharmaceutical giant.
To think of, look at adopting technology to profile the prisoners or the criminals, profile them to understand will they reform or what is it that you need to do to reform them. Where is the belief system, where is it coming from? What's the origin of his thought that made him to commit the crime? Attack that, and then you will probably be able to reform. I can go on about these thoughts.
Else means we are able to disseminate information. This is very important, we have to keep informed all those who are involved in the field of prison administration. The financial management also, we are using technology nowadays. The salaries are being directly credited into the accounts, whereas previously we are drawing the cash and distributing in the office. Nowadays, everything is online transfers only. Then of course the correspondence, nowadays correspondence, and in many of the offices they are dispensing with the papers, and through emails they are able to send the files, and the files are also being processed there, and return email they are informing, and some of the small decisions are being through emails only. Conferencing. We used to conduct video conferencing for various purposes. It is very difficult for all the prison officers to assemble at one place, to go all the way to the capital, to the headquarters, and participate in the meetings. Nowadays, it is not necessary. By way of video conferencing, we are able to conduct the meetings with a number of officers. Previously, we used to call a few of them. Nowadays, we can conduct the meetings by involving a number of officers and staff. And finally, monitoring. We need a lot of monitoring. We have to monitor the prisoners, we have to monitor the staff, the movements of prisoners. We do a lot of monitoring, and by adopting the latest technology, it is easy for us to monitor by various means. Nowadays we have gadgets which can monitor, in some of the states, almost all the cameras which are fixed in the prisons for monitoring the movements of prisoners can be monitored from the headquarters. In Telangana, they have linked more than 1,000 cameras established in various prisons from the headquarters. Similarly, many of the states nowadays, this technology has become very cheap and able to adopt in the prisons department. This way, we are able to use the technology in prison administration also to a great extent. But there is lots and lots of scope to extend the use of technology, and this 5 days program will tell you in how many more ways you can use the technology in future. And we have very eminent speakers, experienced persons in the field of the use of technology in the governments. We have speakers from NIC and some other departments, and of course WIT also is here, who are very advanced in using technology and running their big educational institute. That also will be useful for us. And this 5 days training will be very, very useful. And we at Apaca expected the departments to send more and more higher officers. But unfortunately, we are not getting the higher officers. Actually, this training is more useful for the higher officers because they are behind in adopting these technologies. To begin with, the prisons were very backward and lagging behind in adopting various technologies in prison administration. This is mainly because number one is we were not having the technically trained personnel who can handle these technologies. That is why we lagged behind. Similarly, the government is not supportive, is not giving enough funds and enough personnel to handle the technology. That is why we lagged behind for 4 or 5 years. And later we have also caught up because of NIC. NIC was able to support, because the Government of India initiative, NIC has developed a few softwares, not only softwares, but they also provided manpower for about 3-4 years. And with the help of them, we implemented the technology for prison administration also. Nowadays, of course, we have caught up along with other departments, and now we are using the technology in various segments of prison administration, which include security. We are using various gadgets like metal handheld metal detectors, door frame metal detectors, scanners, and various body scanners also, it seems, have been introduced in one of the prisons in Tihar. That way, we are using a lot of technology in ensuring security in the prisons. Similarly, we are using the technology in the court processes also. One of the important segment of prison administration is, to produce the prisoners before the courts for hearing and for conducting the trials. Even in this area also nowadays technology is being adopted, wherein the prisoners are being produced through video conferences, and in some cases trials are also being conducted through video conferences. Similarly, in the case of interviews, nowadays in some of the prisons, especially during the COVID period, we provided video interviews. We have provided video conferencing facility to have an interview with the family members for the prisoners. Similarly, we are using the technology in maintenance of records. Almost all the records are typed in the computers only, corrected, taken copies and emailed. Communication. Nowadays we are forming various WhatsApp groups. Even in Apaca, for every training we establish a group and communicate through WhatsApp, which make us our communication facility very efficient.